This is the T1200Pro Robot Lawn Mower, and my first thought after setting it up was, so that's what wire-free actually feels like. No boundary wires, no stapling, burying, or chasing breaks later. I went from box to first cut in about 20 minutes. I placed the charging dock on a flat spot, set the RTK base where it could see the sky, updated the firmware, and mapped my yard right from the app. I tried the automatic border detect on my fenced side yard and manual mapping along my mulch bed by driving the mower with my phone. Both worked the way I hoped. From my experience, the navigation is what makes this mower feel smart instead of just robotic. It uses RTK GPS for precise positioning, which is basically satellite GPS, plus a correction signal from the little base station you mount in your yard. That gets you down to inch-level accuracy, so it can follow clean lines and respect virtual boundaries. When satellites get sketchy under trees, the camera and onboard sensors take over. The camera system builds a visual map using landmarks like a shed or a tree trunk, and the inertial sensors keep track of small movements and turns. In practice, that means it didn't get lost under my oak canopy. It hesitated for a moment, adjusted, and kept going. Key features that stood out to me start with the app. I split my lawn into zones and gave each one its own schedule and cut height. The app lets me create no-go areas around my raised beds and a passage so it can move between the front and back. I love the real-time map editing. When I dropped a new planter on the patio edge, I just drew a no-go block and hit save, no remapping. The mower plans parallel lines and shifts the mowing angle by 15 degrees each session. In my opinion, those subtle angle changes stop track marks and make the grass look like it was done by a pro. Cut quality is clean and even. The cutting width is 8 inches, so it's not wide, but I'd rather have the agility. It squeezes between tight spots around my playset where a wider deck would need a manual trim. Cutting height is controlled in the app from about 1.18 inches up to roughly 2.36 inches. I've been keeping mine at 1.8 for daily maintenance. The clippings are tiny, so they act like free fertilizer, and I don't see clumps. It is very quiet, about conversation level, so I run it early without waking anyone. I was nervous about safety around my dog and the neighbor's kids, but the AI camera and sensors did their job. It recognized moving shapes and paused the blades before it got close. If you lift or tilt it, the blades stop instantly. It also pauses at night, which I appreciate for wildlife. When rain rolled in, it detected the weather and parked itself. Once things dried, it picked up exactly where it left off. At 20% battery, it heads home, charges to roughly 90%, and rolls back out automatically. On my roughly 0.3-acre lawn, it finished in a few runs over the course of a morning, with each mowing session around 100 minutes and a quick top-off in between. I didn't have to babysit it. Setup brought a couple of lessons. The RTK base really does need a clear view of the sky. When I tucked it near my garage the first day, I got a couple of signal drops under dense leaves. Moving the base up on a fence post fixed it. The app is powerful, but I had a small learning curve with map layers and zone naming. I ran into one early hiccup where an update didn't finish. Support pushed a fix remotely the same day, and I haven't seen that issue since. Later on, the mower stopped charging, the display flashed and then went blank. Support diagnosed a bad power supply and shipped a replacement within 3 days. After that, normal service resumed. I know not everyone talks about support, but with something this smart, good support matters. It handles slopes well. My steepest area is right around the claimed 20 degrees, and traction was solid with no sliding, even after a light drizzle. I haven't had to clean it often, but the IPX6 rating means I feel fine hosing off the deck after a dusty run. It's only 24 pounds, so moving it by hand is easy. The garage option makes sense if you live somewhere with harsh sun all summer. Otherwise, the dock outdoors has been fine for me. It's not magic around edges. The ride-on-edge mode gets close to my fence and deck, but I still do a quick trim every week or so. That's normal for robotic mowers, and it's a 5-minute job compared to a full mow. The cutting width is narrow, so if you have huge open fields, you'll need patience. The trade-off is accuracy and access in tight landscaping. From my experience, the battery life, quiet operation, and app control are what kept me using it daily. I like that I can tweak schedules on the fly and see it moving on the live map while I'm inside. The parallel stripes make the yard look fresh even when the grass isn't growing fast. And because it cuts a tiny bit every day, the lawn actually looks greener with fewer weeds. It's perfect for small to medium suburban yards up to about 0.35 acre with at least some open sky for the RTK base. If your lawn is split into separate sections, the app reminds you to carry the mower over, and it picks right up without recreating the map. If your property is heavily wooded with satellite coverage blocked most of the time, you'll want to be thoughtful about base placement. I'd recommend this for anyone who wants wire-free setup, clean striping, and full control from a phone without the noise or fumes of a gas mower. If you like to tinker, you'll enjoy the customization. If you'd rather set it and forget it, the default schedules work well too. In conclusion, the T1200 Pro nails the fundamentals. Simple setup, precise navigation, quiet mowing, and a flexible app. It isn't meant to reclaim a jungle, and it won't replace your string trimmer for edges, but for steady, consistent lawn care, it earns a spot in my routine. I spend less time thinking about mowing and more time enjoying a yard that just looks good every day. Please check the comments section for detailed information about the T1200 Pro Robot Lawn Mower. Thank you for watching.